for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to deliver vital city services such as fire, police, and emergency medical response to ensure safe communities. And whereas cities and towns in Arizona also provide services and programs that enhance the quality of life for residents such as parks, utilities, street maintenance, sanitation, and recycling services, libraries, community centers, and recreational programs. And whereas it is important for the city of Globe to continue to provide the excellent delivery of services and programs that our citizens have come to expect in our community. And whereas it is one of the responsibilities of the city of Globe officials to ensure open and accessible government through frequent communications with citizens using various avenues and means. And whereas through participation and cooperation, citizens, community leaders, local business, and municipal staff can work together to ensure the services provided by the City of Globe can remain exceptional elements of the quality of life of our community. Now therefore be it resolved that the City of Globe joins the League of Cities of Arizona, cities and towns, and fellow municipalities across the state of Arizona in declaring October 17th through October 23rd, 2021, Arizona Cities and Towns Week. Next on the agenda, we have consent calendar. Matters listed under the consent calendar are considered to be routine and will be enacted by one motion and one vote. Public hearing items are designated with an asterisk. Prior to consideration of the consent agenda, the mayor will ask whether any member of the public wishes to remove a public hearing item for separate consideration. Members of the council and or staff may remove any item for separate consideration. Item A, consideration of waiver section 2-4-10A prior discussion rule to allow action on the balance of the consent agenda. Accounts payable, $333,958.87. Consideration of agreements and purchases less than $25,000. Consideration to approve the Historic Preservation Advisory Commission's recommendation of approval for the United Jewelers Building awning update at 153 North Broad Street. Consideration to approve the facilities use agreement between the City of Globe Fire Department and the Eastern Arizona College. Consideration to approve the facilities use agreement between the City of Globe Active Adult Center and Eastern Arizona College. And consideration to approve the Arizona Department of Public Safety GETM IGA with the Globe Police Department. Do we have anybody from the public, staff, or council that would like to remove any of these items separately?
Mayor, if there's no other comments or questions, I motion that we accept the consent agenda as read.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as read. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Any abstaining? Motion passes. New business? Item A, discussion and consideration of ordinance number 874, amending the Globe City Code, replacing the name of the Globe Preservation Advisory Commission with the name Historic Preservation Advisory Commission. Shelley, can you read ordinance number 874, please?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Ordinance number 874.
It's not working, thank you.
Ordinance of the City of
It's not
Globe,
working.
Arizona, amending the
Is
Globe
Dana
City
on
Code
Zoom?
Section
Yeah.
14-2-4 and section 14-5-17 by replacing the name of the Globe Preservation Advisory Commission with the name Historic Preservation Advisory Commission, HPAC, repealing any and all other ordinances and parts of ordinances in conflict therewith. Is council pleased with that reading?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, in the previous meeting, council approved a request from HPAC, the Historic Preservation Advisory Commission, to officially change the name to HPAC in the city code. Since the creation of the Globe Historic Advisory Commission, the name is morphed into HPAC. And just to be consistent, they would like that changed in the city code. And this ordinance will do that. So we'll need to request council to approve to move this to the next meeting for final consideration.
Any questions or comments for Shelley on this?
Mr. Mayor, I would make a motion if there's no further discussion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 874, which officially replaces the name of the Globe Preservation Advisory Commission with the name Historic Preservation Advisory Commission, HPAC, and move to the next regular meeting for final consideration.
We have a motion and a second to move this item forward to the next meeting. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Any abstaining? Thank you, Sean. Item B, discussion and consideration to possibly approve the One Arizona Distribution of Opioid Settlement Funds Agreement with the State of Arizona regarding the proposed settlements with distributors and J&J settlements.
Mr. Mayor, members of council, I'm going to ask Jeannie to speak to this. Jeannie, are you there? And the background is that there, many of the, they're trying to do the prevention of, it's hard to talk about. They're trying to control their costs. There's a perception out there that drug companies may be a little bit overzealous in prescribing opioids. And so they're coming to an agreement to go ahead and work with the communities that have suffered under increased activity and difficulties with the community and these settlements. And so this is a chance for us to participate in that. Jeannie, did you want to add anything to that?
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out.
She said that she's speaking, nobody can hear her.
Have her try again now, please.
Right, G. There you are.
Hey, Jean.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
so we talked about the kind of the purpose of this, but the details on this, by approving this, what will take place?
Actually, well, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I think, already.
Oh, okay, this is one. By approving this, we'll be eligible for these payments from the opioid settlements that are coming forward. We are giving away our right to do any independent action, but we will be included in the class action distributions of funds that they're working for. And we had to sign on to this in a timely fashion in order so we can be counted when they do the process. So, I'm sorry, and this is first read, so we will be bringing it back. And if you have any questions, I can get a little bit better handle on that.
Is there any amount that we should expect, or we don't know what the settlement would be?
Yeah, I think it's in there. I would look real quick. I'm trying to before I quote the wrong. Yeah, so there is one. So this is 549 million settlement, and I know the distribution will be by population is a most issue, but
I have one comment. In the background information, it says that the proceeds from settlements are intended for opioid treatment, prevention, and education. Are we going to have some kind of educational prevention program presented? Or is the police department going to be in charge of it, or how's it going to work?
Good evening, Mayor and Council again. There is currently right now, there's an opioid court within the Green River County jurisdiction. We are partnered with the probation office, which is administering that. We work closely with it. We've actually presented to Gila County and the court in an effort to try to expand the overall drug court within the community. We're also working hand in hand with some of the nonprofits in the area. We're in the process now applying for grants for not just mental health, but partnerships with drug addiction facilities and stuff like that. One of the individuals, Awakening, is looking to move in our community. Every time they get ready to open up the doors, COVID shuts them down again. But I just talked to them last night, and they're still in the effort of moving that way. So yeah, there are a number of facets between drug addiction and mental health, which a lot of it was hand in hand. We're moving forward with. Anything specific I can answer for anybody.
Thank you, Chief.
Very good.
Thank you. Chief, do you know, are we going to be required to have something in place before even being considered for these funds? I'm just not sure if there's any concrete measure on what we've received and where it's actually dedicated.
Well, then, Mr. Abrams, Councilman Rios, to determine the distribution of funds, they need to see who's opting in. And so by us opting in, and then they'll include us and they'll do the final calculation of what we'll receive. So we can look into if there's any restrictions. I'm sure the restrictions on money. And when we bring it back, we'll have a clear discussion on what those restrictions might be and how we might better respect how we'll put to use.
You know, my thought is just, if we're awarded, we really need to have a place to park it. Right?
Yeah.
My anticipation.
Didn't the chief say that the probation, King County probation will kind of be the lead in this or not?
Well,
Maybe I misunderstood.
I think they're one of the stakeholders within, not necessarily the lead. They're leading with the opioid courts, and that's just one of many facets out there. Treatment centers and stuff like that, the partnerships that we've already started to establish with some of the treatment facilities like Awakening. I just met with CDI for mental health stuff here recently. And there's a number of different things that are available or we're hoping are going to become available within the community as time goes on. This is just an asset that could help us get there quicker as we move forward. Once they determine who's eligible for the fund and they put the restrictions and specifically what they're looking for, we'll build off of that. But I think over the last 3 years, we've been building a pretty solid foundation of dealing with some of the nonprofits within the groups. And then the one group I mentioned a couple times now, Awakening, I've actually partnered with them with opioid projects specifically in the Channel region prior to my appointment here. So there's a lot of experience and has access that could be looking to come to areas like ours as we move forward.
And they also discussed, Mr. Member of Council, they also discussed regional solutions.